All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world calls God. Yahushai being the name of his beloved Son, who the world it really calls Jesus. All right, this is the brother Yair Radai coming at y'all with another Wednesday warning, man. Right? Wednesday warning. All right, you got Bugout bags, war drums going on, massive mandates going on. All right. A lot of things in the earth is going on right now. A lot of things are always going on in the earth right now, man. All right. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna go through and see the different things that's going on in the world, and we're gonna put them and match them up with the precepts, man. Right. This is a Wednesday warning, man. To let you know what's going on around the world, and to also to let you know that you gotta get your spirit right in these last days. All right. So first, let's kick it off. Kind of like always, let's kick it off with the book of Revelations chapter 3 and verse 2. All right, this is a book of Revelations chapter 3 and verse 2, and it reads, "Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain." So you got to be watchful in these last days, man. You got to watch the things that's going on. Like I said, you shouldn't be oblivious to what's going on around the world. Okay, you should know these different things that's going on. Why? And not only should know, but you should watch. Why? Because there's things that are happening that's leading up to your salvation. So each day you wake up, like I always say, each day you wake up, you that much closer to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai coming back. Each prophecy that comes to pass, you're that much more closer to all hell breaking loose, right? And Yahweh Hashem Yahushai coming back. Like everything leads up to something. So that's why it's important to watch. Plus, all throughout the scriptures, the Lord tell us to watch. The prophets tell us to watch. They was watching back then. So we got to be in that same spirit. Okay, so the Lord said, "Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain." You got to strengthen yourself in this thing. Okay, you may be on point when it comes to studying. You may be studying all the time, man, reading all the time, but you don't fast a lot. Strengthen that area, man. Put it upon yourself and examine yourself to make sure that you fasting more, right? Or you may not pray as much, right? Making decisions to make sure you, I'm all right. I'm gonna pray X amount of times today. I only used to pray this amount of times, but now, I'm gonna get on it and I'm gonna pray this amount of times today, man, right? And forevermore. All right. So you want to strengthen the things which remain. You may be weak in the faith. Or when it comes to your faith, pray to the Most High and fast that the Most High instill in you more faith in these last days, because having faith in these last days is going to be important. I can't even come up with a word. It's going to be serious, man. Faith in these last days is going to be so serious, man, and you're going to need it. Okay. So it says, "Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain that are ready to die, for I have not found thy works perfect before God." Right? So, the Most High, we not perfect in his eyes, man. So we got to always be strengthening the things which remain. You got to always be watching. And, the things that are ready to die, strengthen those parts of yourself. Examine yourself daily in this thing, right? So we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about China, man. China's government actually came out and said, like, they actually said this. China's government actually came out and said, and to warn the residents of China that they need to go and stock up on food. Okay, they literally came out and said this. They said, "Look, go stock up on food for the wintertime." Now, usually a government won't really just come out and just say that. They'll kind of just let things go however they go, and you kind of got to hear from whistleblowers or whatever the case may be. But China government, they came straight out and was like, look, go stock up on essential things that you may need, food, vegetables, etc., for the wintertime. Because obviously they know something is getting ready to pop off. And a lot of people are saying in China, so like when you read the reports, a lot of people are saying they feel like it's due to the fact that they may try to make a move against Taiwan. Because you have to realize anytime a war is going on, the economy drops. Why? Because a lot of those different funds and a lot of the taxes and a lot of the different things is going towards what? It's going towards the war. Okay. So whenever these different things is coming up, everything has a effect, a trickle down effect. Everything is tied to one another when it comes to these different plagues. Okay, you got the famine, right? Or you got the war. So like the war will lead to the result of the famine. The famine will lead to results of death. Like everything is attached at the end of the day when it comes to these different plagues and prophecies. So, hey, China, they came out and told their people, they said, look, go stock up, do whatever you can, get vegetables, essential things that you need for the wintertime because you're going to need it. All right. So let's go to the book of Second Esdras. All right. Let's go to the book of Second Esdras, chapter 15. Because these times is of what's prophesied it way before, man. And they come into America. Okay, these times, the same things that's going on around the world that may be going on in Europe, that may be going on in Asia, that may be going on in China. Hey, the same things, hey, that's coming here to America, man. It's coming to America soon. Okay, so let's go to Second Esdras chapter 15, and I want verse 13. Okay, it says, "They that till the ground shall mourn, for the seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with the fearful constellation." Now, not only are they saying they feel like that is a result of China maybe making a move on Taiwan, but the fact that they're going through extreme weather over there. They're going through extreme weather over there in China right now, and it's messing up all the crops. They saying, look, we might not be able to do nothing when it comes to these crops. Hey, that's prophesied in the scriptures. Right? I'm going to read that again. It says, "They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail." They're going to try to go out there and try to make something grow. Hey, there ain't going to be nothing to harvest, man. Ain't going to be nothing to take from that. Why? Because, hey, the Most High is them bringing the cold quick, man. And he's freezing up the crops. He's making the ground not be able to bring forth those seeds that they putting in the ground. The Most High is doing all these different things at the end of the day. Right? Let's go to, matter of fact, let's drop down to verse 19. It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." You see that? So, hey, these, like I said, everything is going to tie into each other. One thing is going to lead to another, to another, to another, to another. You got a famine going on. Hey, crime rates is going to rise up. Every time the economy starts to drop, guess what? Crime rate rises. And then you got the damn police, the police force. You got a mass exodus going on, as they call it. You got thousands of police officers and chiefs literally resigning from the workforce. So if you got the police resigning from the workforce, you got poverty going up, the economy's going down, crime rates going up. Hey, that's a recipe for disaster, man. That's a recipe for disaster at the end of the day. All right, I'm gonna read that again. It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor." Hey, your neighbor that lives next door to you, and every time you go out, take the trash out, or every time you go out and get your mail, and y'all go out at the same time, and he always waves to you, go, "Hey," yes, you say, "Hey," hey, and he got a smile on his face. Y'all may chop it up for about, I don't know, y'all may chop it up for about 5-10 minutes. How's your wife, how's your kids, so on and so forth. Right? Hey, those times is coming to an end, man. All those times is coming to an end. It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword," man. And what's the modern day sword? Hey, guns, knives, right? Any type of weapon, modern day weapon that's used now, man. Chiefly the gun, man. So these different things, hey, it's coming upon the earth, man. And you're gonna see it right before your very eyes. So that same neighbor that you used to have small talk conversations with, good conversations with, and they wave to you every time. Hey, he's not gonna wave this time. He gonna be trying to see what you bringing into your household. He gonna be trying to see if you was able to go to the store and get the necessary foods that you was able to get, but he wasn't. So then what? He gonna peep it out and he gonna plan and he gonna plot against you, man. And you're gonna hear a knock on your door. You're gonna hear that knock on your door. But guess what? It ain't gonna be a friendly knock, man. He's not coming over there to ask you if you got some sugar. He's not going over there to ask you if you got Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Hey, he going over there because he want what's in your house, man, which is the goods. What's the goods? The food, man. Right? So it could be something as simple as tissue paper, man. A couple of years ago, you had people literally fighting each other, killing each other over toilet paper and hand sanitizer, man. Think about that. So how much more when the actual famine comes to this land, man? It's already getting ready to start in China. Hey, they came out and said, look, stock up for the wintertime. Okay, food shortages are coming, so stock up. So right now over there in China, guess what? Hey, I guarantee you everybody's out at the stores right now. Everybody's out at the stores buying as much food, water, tissue paper, baby wipes, diaper, whatever the case may be, vegetables, fruit, whatever it is, man. Hey, they going and buying as much as that as they can, man. Why? Because they understand what's coming to the earth, right? Let's go to 2 Esdras 16. Okay, let's go to 2 Esdras chapter 16 and verse 19. God, this is the book of 2 Esdras chapter 16 and verse 19. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, right? So it says, look, all these different things, hey, it's coming upon the earth, right? You got damn famine, right? You got the famine that's going on over there in China, right? And really all over the world. It's just not on a large scale yet, like how it will be in the very, very, very near future, man. Okay. So you got, it says, Salakia, it says, behold, famine and plague, right? The so-called stuff that's going on around right now. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Tribulation and anguish, right? All those different things are coming upon the earth too, man. And already here for the most part. It's just only a matter of time before that scale, hey, goes to max. Before it get turned up in these last days, man. Okay, let's go to Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 15, because you damn pastors out here, man, all they want to speak is good and smooth things to the people, right? They're not telling the people that it's going to get worse. They're not telling the people that, hey, there's from this day forward, there's not, hey, it ain't going to be damn whatever, man. It's not going to get better at the end of the day. It's literally going to get worse. Okay, this is the book of Jeremiah chapter 14, and I want 15. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not. Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. So you literally have people that's doing prayer chains, man. Salakia. They doing prayer chains. They praying for the pestilence to be able to leave. They're praying that, this is madness. They're praying that America gets better and that the virus leaves, that things open back up, that they don't have to wear a mask anymore. You literally have people sending out prayer chains for that stuff, man. You have people in the churches praying for hours. Hours, man. You see that? The book said selling damn prayer packages, man. You see that? So, man, it's all vanity at the end of the day. It's vanity. Because why? The Lord spoke it, man. The Lord spoke it, and there's nothing you can do about it. Just like it tell you in the book of 2 Esdras, man. Hey, those arrows are shot into the earth, man. And nobody can turn them back. Okay? Paraphrasing, right? So let's read on. This is Jeremiah 14 and 15. It says, therefore said the Lord concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, And I sent them not, yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed. So the same ones that's out here saying, hey, and that's out here praying and saying that the Lord is going to turn away these different plagues. The Lord is going to turn away the famine. The Lord is going to make America great again. All right. Hey, those same things that they prophesying that's not going to come to pass. Hey, guess what? They're going to die by the same things. Straight like that. It's exactly what the Lord said, man. Right? The end of that says, by sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed. Hey, the Lord not nothing to play with, man. Hey, we literally, and this is a beautiful thing to be able to see these things coming upon the earth, man. We throw up curses after every camp, man, specifically for the downfall of this place. So when we see all hell breaking loose, not only in Babylon the Great, but around the whole world, hey, we say, call Allah Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, man. All praises to the Most High. Why? Because, hey, we pray for these things. Real quick, let me get this in the book of Sirach. All right, let me get this in the book of Sirach. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 7. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue, a man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies, man. So the Lord said, hey, he was judging a man to be happy in that thing, man. To see the fall of your enemies, man. And that's why we rejoice when we see the fall of this wicked kingdom, man. It's a beautiful thing to the men of the Lord and the women of the Lord, man. It's a beautiful thing for us to be able to see the same place we've been nothing but damn genocided in, raped, robbed, murdered, right? Treated like nothing, man, to see this place finally falling down, man. All right. So let's go to okay. Let's deal with this, right? The so-called biggest mandate of all. All right, the so-called biggest mandate of all for the poison is coming, so-called, in a couple days. So they say in the reports. They said it's called the biggest mandate of all by the president Joe Biden. Okay, real quick, let me get Second Esdras, chapter 15, and I want 49. Right, so supposedly they got this the poison going out, and it's supposed to be the biggest mandate of all. With that being said, you also have they're saying if your business has over 100 employees, then this mandate would be pertaining to those different businesses. So any business that has over 100 employees, they're mandated to be able to push the poison upon their employees, and they have to get it. And there's different reports. You have a lot of companies that are actually turning away religious exemption forms. Okay, a lot of companies, they're not letting you be able to take the test, because I know some companies, they say, okay, if you don't get the poison, then you gotta you have to take the test. I think it's like every week or something like that, to make sure that you don't have that. Okay, so all these different things is coming upon the earth in these last days, man. Right, and it's all prophesied in the scriptures. You had over in Kansas, you had 10,000 workers for the airplane, the airports. Basically, they said over half, or at least half of that 10,000 employees refused, and are not, they don't have the poison, the jab. Okay, so you have to realize if a lot of these airport workers, a lot of these I don't even know what they call them, damn airplane drivers, pilots, okay, if they not getting the poison, then who's going to be running those transits? Who's going to be running and flying those planes to the different places and areas in the earth, man? if they short-staffed. Okay, all that is going to lead to what? This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 49. It says, actually, you know what? I want 15 and 17. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 17. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. Okay, so if a man it can't go into a city because of what? This damn poison mandate, because there's a lack of pilots to be able to fly these different airlines, then guess what? You wherever you at, you're gonna be stuck. Not only that, they're actually saying that you have to have the the poison proof. You have to have proof that you have the poison in you to be able to travel internationally. Okay, and soon they're going to actually make it to where you have to have it to travel, period, man. I definitely would not be surprised, man, if that did happen, to be able to travel locally. All right, but all these different things in New York, you had them protesting for days, man. Pretty sure they're still out there doing that. You had them protesting for days because they mandated the poison for the entire city. And guess what? They wasn't getting down with that, man. So what is that going to lead to? Guess what? Martial law, man. If you don't have a police force, then who's gonna set things and try to set things in order? That's what they're gonna usher in the U.S. troops to do. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna usher in the U.S. troops, and they're gonna take the place of the so-called police force, because you already have thousands of police officers resigning because of the poison mandate. Okay, how much more when the poison mandate hits every city and not just New York? All right, let's read now. Let's actually, you know what? For the sake of time, let's go to this. All right, let's go to the book of Joel, chapter 3. Let's go to the book of Joel, chapter 3, and verse 9. Because real quick, you got damn. So like you got damn Israel, man. You have Israel right now doing basically they're practicing for a future so-called war. Okay. Real quick. Let me get this in the book of Joel. Right, they're causing the people. They literally have the entire place of Israel on a damn. What is it? What they call it? They have it on a. It's basically like a drill. Put it that way. It's like a drill. So the all of Israel, they're literally doing drills at with Hezbollah, if I'm pronouncing that right, with Hezbollah to shoot off over 2,000 missiles a day so they can practice for a future war, right? What is that doing? If you're practicing and you're marching and you're doing drills to try to prepare for war, hey, that's war drums, man. That's the sound of alarm for war. You don't do that for fun. Okay, right? Let's bring this out. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So, hey, they preparing war right now, man. They not, like I said, they not doing it for no reason. They preparing for war, man, in these last days, because they understand what's going on. You got Russia doing the same thing, right? You had China flying over Taiwan, right? That's the sound of alarm. That's war drums. That's flexing their muscles against who? The enemies. Okay, let's go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50. All right. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 22, it says, a sound of battle is in the land, Salakia, and of great destruction. It says a sound of battle is in the land. What's that sound of battle that's in the land? That's going into what? That's going into the damn marchings that's going on. You got the U.S. who was sneaking troops. You had the U.S. who was sneaking troops and special ops people over there in Taiwan. Okay, then you had China heard about it. They got mad about it. They started doing drills and stuff, flying their aircrafts over there. Okay, you got Israel teaming up with damn Hezbollah, right? And they doing drills and they prepping drills and trying to get all their people in line to try to make sure that they know what to do when all hell break loose. But guess what? That's still not going to help them, man. That's still not going to help them at the end of the day. All right, let me read this. Salakia, bear with me. Okay. Let me read this. It says, Salakia, it says, due to the large number of projectiles expected to be fired toward the border communities and the continued lack of adequate bomb shelters, the drill will also focus on joint evacuation of residents of communities that are within 5 kilometers of the Lebanese border and their absorption into other locations in Israel. So they got bomb shelters. All right, so they got bomb shelters. They got evacuation things that, and see, this is madness. This is madness. Oh, let me see if y'all can see this. This is madness. Right? Is stop, dropping, and rolling? Is that that's gonna protect you from bombs? Right? Is that gonna protect you from the bombs? Is what he's doing right here, this guy, this Edomite right here, this damn Amalekite, is that gonna protect him when the bombs start dropping? And that death wave and that death wind come upon the earth, right? Is that this is madness. Stop, dropping, and rolling is not going to save you in that day, man. When all hell break loose and everybody start bombing everybody and the wars come upon the earth, that's not going to help them. All right, that's madness, right? Real quick, let's go to the let's stay in the book of, let's go to the book of Jeremiah 51 and verse 51 and 1. It says, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that raise up against me a destroying wind. Right? What's that destroying wind? That's talking about the radiation and the fire wave that comes from what? The nuclear bombs dropping upon the earth, man. All right, real quick, let's go to the book of Revelations, chapter 6. Okay. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 6 and verse 13. It says, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. So stop, dropping, and rolling on the ground is not going to save you in that day, man. It's not going to save Esau, right? That's idiotic. Okay, those bomb shelters not gonna help, man. All right, so you have the sound and alarm of war, going on all throughout the earth, man. Right, and these nations know it. Okay, these nations understand it. All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 16 and verse 14. It says, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go. Actually, I'm gonna start at verse 13. It says, and I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs coming out of the mouth of the dragon and out of the mouth of the beast and out of the mouth of the false prophet. Right? It's talking about the angels who's going into these different so-called leaders in these nations and manipulating them to be able to do the work of the Lord. Okay. It says, for they are spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and the whole world to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty. Right? And that's when he's going to bring all the nations together and plead with them in the valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, real quick, let's get the book of Proverbs, Let's get the book of Proverbs. Salakia. Chapter 21:1. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the king's heart, meaning his mind, is in the hands of the Most High God at the end of the day. And he gonna do whatever he want to do with it at the end of the day, and he gonna do his will at the end of the day. That's why it says he turneth it whichever way he will, meaning he gonna do whatever he wants to with it, right? And what is he gonna use it for? And he's gonna use it for that alarm and that battle, right? So if you got the famines on the rise, right? You got famines going on in China right now. The government told them that, hey, they need to go out and start buying their food and stocking up on their food now. When that hits Babylon the Great, does that mean go out and go damn crazy and get a Bugout bag? So if you hearing that and you like, dang, that's already going in China, hey, let me go stack up right now before it hit America. Hey, that's all in vain at the end of the day. You got to put your trust in the Most High God at the end of the day. The Most High God is what's going to lead you and feed you in that day. Right, real quick. Let me go to let's go to the book of Job, chapter 5. Let's go to the book of Job, chapter 5. And I want verse 17. Actually, let's start at Salakia. We're going to start at verse 19. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. You see that? So he said, hey, at destruction and famine, hey, we was going to laugh as a people, man. Okay? If you keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, and if it's your lot. All right. So that doesn't, now I'm not saying that you can't go out and kind of get you some food, right? Some water or whatever the case may be, but don't go damn crazy, man. Don't let that be the soul of your faith. You saying, oh, I'm going to go and get a head start. I'm going to go and get a head start and do all these different things. So then I know I'm going to be good when that time comes. Hey, you going off when you do that, man. Right? You going off. The Most High, hey, having faith in these last days, that's what's going to keep you at the end of the day. Let's go to the book of Psalms. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 37. And 19. I'm going to start at verse 18. All right. It says, the Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine, they shall be satisfied. You see that? But it says in the days of famine, they shall be satisfied. Let's go to the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, and verse 7. All right, let's go to the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, and verse 7. It says, and every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said pearls, which is destruction, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. You see that? So, hey, you got to have faith in the Most High God, man, that he'll be able to deliver you out during those times. Not only do you have to have faith, hey, but you got to make sure you're keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Because the Most High not going to be a shield around men who subject unto sin, around men who have a malicious soul, around men who who not keeping the commandments to the best of their abilities, man. If you out here being a nigga, or you out here being a harlot, a nigga woman, so on and so forth, hey, how are you going to expect the Most High to have his angels camped around about you? Because it said those that fear the Lord, right? They got angels camped around about them, paraphrasing. All right. And if you don't fear the Lord, hey, the Most High don't got nothing for you at the end of the day. All right, let's go to the book of Romans, chapter 8. All right, let's go to the book of Romans, chapter 8. It's the book of Romans, chapter 8, and I want verse 35. It's the book of Romans, chapter 8, and verse 35. And it reads, who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh, which is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shah, our Lord, man. Straight like that, man. You got to be unmovable in this thing, right? You got to make sure that nothing separates you from the love of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man. Nothing separates you from the keeping the faith. Nothing separates you from keeping the commandments, man. All right. So, right, with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world calls God, Yahweh Shah being the name of his beloved Son, who the world calls Jesus. Right? Make sure that y'all on fire in these last days. Make sure y'all reading, praying, fasting, studying, right? Praying without ceasing. Make sure you building up on your faith and stocking up on faith in these last days instead of stocking up on vanity. Okay? Right? Not saying that you can't do that, but hey, make sure you stocking up on faith first and foremost, man, because that's what's going to help you in the last days. Your faith and your works. All right? So all praise to the Most High. Kwam Yasha Allah. Shalom.